Can we go back to what GLP-1s were originally used for? Because for years and years, right? 20 plus years?
I think it's a great story to be told. So the first GLP-1 isolated in human was in Harvard by researchers in the 1980s. But again, as I mentioned, our own GLP-1 breaks down within 2 to 4 minutes. So nothing could be done with it. In 1992, about 10 years later, an endocrinologist and researcher at the VA hospital, the Veteran Hospital in the Bronx, Dr. John Eng, isolated the first GLP-1 outside a human body. And it was in a lizard, the Gila monster. What he saw that this lizard did in the venom when he attacked a prey, it gave it pancreatitis. So him being a researcher in diabetes and endocrinology, he wanted to know what in the venom can affect the pancreas of the prey. And it was a very similar molecule to our own GLP-1.
Wow.
But the difference too is that GLP-1 couldn't be broken down by the same enzyme that broke down the human one. So it could be a long-acting GLP-1. And that's where the first GLP-1, exenatine, was approved in 2005, about 9 years later, and it was approved for type 2 diabetes. And another interesting part of the story is that when he discovered this, he took it to the Veterans Hospital, Mount Sinai at the Bronx, to patent it. The VA said, we're not interested.
Right.
So he had to mortgage his house to patent them himself. He took it to an endocrine society conference in the hopes that a pharmaceutical will be interested. And Amlin, a pharmaceutical, saw it, came to him, and purchased the patent. So can you imagine?
That is fascinating.
Can you imagine Mount Sinai, the VA hospital, having turned down that patent that didn't believe on it, and that is revolutionizing our life and the way that we're going to live? We're going to live longer years in a healthier society because of this medication.